Good morning, everybody. My name is Roxie Rose, and welcome back to Dishonored. So I'm just going to roll on straight on through with this because
this is the
I'm actually enjoying it. So
closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
yeah, that's the thing about cities, though.
Take
Very
you up to
big.
meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
How do you all know I'm innocent, though? Woo! Mission clues updated. I have mission clues. Samuel the boatman smuggled you across the river. Waits for an underground movement. Brought you to meet the members of the organisation. Is this going to be like my home base? I imagine it will be. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. I'm just a naturally curious person. What is this? Can you do anything here? Not by the looks of it. I'm an amazing swimmer, don't you know? Oh. I need like a bigger jump. So I can do like crazy things. I know there's like magic in this game. I can't wait until I have that. And then I can do magical things. And kill in magical ways. And die in even more magical ways. Because I'm sure it won't make the game any easier, given that it's me. Woohoo! Is there any way to put weapons away? Alright. Cool. I'm actually not seeing anything here, you know. Oh, yes,
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
What's over here, though?
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Did you
Yes.
just interrupt
Lydia's
her?
a servant here as well.
Well, he's a twat. She was doing a perfectly good job of introducing your establishment, I'll have you know.
Even after 6 months in Coldridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress.
Oh.
You've heard the story.
Yes, I have.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here.
Hello!
Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us.
Oh, yes.
We're going to help
I'm
you
very
destroy
skillful.
the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry. You must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes.
How many times did he
Piero's as
bow
much
to
an
me in that
artist as a
conversation?
technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him
Ooh.
and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Don't smoke in my face, man. Have some decorum, honestly.
Good to have you with us, Corvo. Nothing against the others, but there's no substitute for a man who's done his service.
Am I not allowed past you or something? There's a thing there.
Have you talked to Piero yet?
No!
He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him when you can.
Hang on. I'm busy stuffing my face. And getting coins. I'm guessing I can't go behind him. That's probably where the next mission is or something. Or it's a trigger or whatever. Ooh. Snoopy Snoops. Hang on. It's not an up or down thing, it's a direction my mouse pointer is facing in thing. I'm not entirely certain what I'm talking about. What's this whale oil? Okay. I cannot pick up a wrench. Not that I really need it. Oh, I don't have that key. Okay. That's something I'll have to do later. Meh. Meh. What's up here? I want to say hi to everyone. Hello. Is this where everyone lives? Hang on. Because I think it's going to make me sleep, isn't it? So I'll probably come back in there in a sec. Hi!
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
I like your accent.
No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. That's a good start. It's through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Solokov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose if it must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending a coin as a means of selecting Solokov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we've not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivalled in its effectiveness. I've studied it with the blood of those afflicted, and it's nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties, not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. Yeah, sure. It is this way that my formula wins out. Here's where I want to pay attention to the contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. Wow, scathing. The subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in a Brenhaven river. Right. Piero. No, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal? Tyrant ore? What's wrong with the metals of crystal? King sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or specialist herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Emerald Havelock. Let me guess, that's going to be a side mission for me. Magical herbs. I saw something over here. This one I looked at. Is everything for like money? I imagine it is. Oh, it's okay. Pierre's door to nowhere. The door to nowhere has proven to be a safety hazard, but for me this project is an endless source of inspiration. With the proper application of energies, I believe I can transform the doorframe into a window of sorts, one that will allow a traveller to cover the distance from my workshop to some distant, arbitrary point in a single step. Currently the step leads to a sheer drop, straight down into the courtyard, but in time it will bridge gaps that will boggle the mind. This work is many years away, to be sure, but if I survive this plague, I'm sure to succeed. Okay. So we're essentially mixing science and magic here. Was there a point to that? No. Failed experiments. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Pierre Joplin. Of course I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs. Of course. And why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting your streets at night. I keep wanting to read that as commodity. But a few short years ago you would have laughed at Sokolov's art pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they're nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Dead count of responsibilities. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of a growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for a 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir, at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. So, the more you risk your life, the more you get. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 inch in length. He estimates she weighed 35 tons and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. This is from a whaling ship and I should have read that first. By candlelight I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth, which I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Oh, feckin' hell, there's a lot of reading. Oh, it's fine. Excerpt from the founder of the Greaves Whale House. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Boys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them onto the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to the port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. That's cruel. Oh my god. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good Admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is near the oil refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They're quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly, for once.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary...
Perfect. Now plug it in. Just get it near the receptacle. Magnetism will do the rest.
Oh, sweet.
Perfect.
I don't have to press
Thank
any
you.
buttons.
Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Okay. Let's have a look. Crossroad. Ha! Crossroad. I said it twice. Wow. Crossbow. There's a B in there. Bolts. Sleep bolt. Hey. Like that. Let me have a look at upgrades first. Crossbow accuracy. Low dispersion stabilizes crossbow aim. Crossbow range. Reload. Combat sleep dart. Sleep dart's sedative effect is immediate even in combat. Yeah. That's just worth it. Equipment upgrades. Do you know I have a thing where I don't read everything before I do stuff? What's this? Additional bone charm to be activated. Looks like stuff I haven't. I have a zoom. Cool. Bullet capacity. That's not. Grenade capacity. Sword crossing. Sword more effective when locking blades and pushing against an enemy. Okay, I've got time to do this stuff. So be full on that. I don't know if I can make bolts or not. I might be able to.
Exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep.
You're not the first
Your
person
life
to tell
will
me
get
that.
even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
He's
Sleep
right.
well.
Says, I want to get into a mission. I want to do some stuff somewhere else. Right. I have absolutely nothing in my room. Do I get to fill this space out? That'd be pretty cool if I could. Hello, daughter nowhere. You're going to be a daughter somewhere at some point. Am I dead? Did I die in my sleep? It's like one of the trippy dreams I used to have. Do you know what? I actually haven't had a dream in a really long time. None of my dreams ever made sense. And they always had like, really fantastical creatures in them.
Hello, Corvo.
I have a vivid imagination.
Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead.
Hello,
the
demon.
precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world.
Do I get a choice in this?
Forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you.
What's the price?
Come find me.
What's the catch? Come on. There's always a catch. LT, execute a fast and stealthy forward dash. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I'm going to make so many mistakes. Let's move upwards. Distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forwards and climb up. You cannot save it, you cannot save it, you cannot save it. Oh! The flare. Drink mana potion. Oh! This is so similar to Bioshock, like. I suppose that's a good thing actually. It doesn't confuse me as much as it might have done otherwise. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it. Please come for me if you can. I will do, Emily. Oh look, it's... Wow. You two are just not nice to look at. Gimme, 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 gimme. Now! Gimme! Thank you. Something's happening. Someone's playing a massive game of tabletop. What's that? Oh, it's just floating things in the background. I'm seeing a lot of... Oops! I didn't mean to fall off the end. There's a whale. I didn't mean to fall off the end. That was really dumb with me. I just walked right off. I don't know what these things are. Jesus. They look fun. I'm gonna have to fight these things, aren't I? Whee! Okay. I'm not hardly concerned about what's going on here. So I need to cancel that actually.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name.
Yes, my
These
lord and master.
runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men.
Cool.
To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Sweet. Equipping the heart. Helps you look at bone charms or runes even through walls. Oh. Beats and lights up when you're facing a bone charm or rune. Beats fast as you get closer. How to whisper secrets if you press LT or targeting a personal location. Oh my god, you're going to make this complicated, aren't you? Okay.
This place is the end of all things.
Ooh.
And the beginning.
Is it now?
All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
Sweet. Whee! How much of this stuff I can actually hold? Can I make that jump? Oh, I see. The cancel blink is X. Okay, so I'm gonna flip between my weapons and powers. That's okay. And I'll always have my sword in my right hand. Open the journal, go to power section, exchange them for powers. Cool. This is the magic I was excited for. Dark vision. Vitality. Health is increased, health regeneration is improved. Oh, wait, what's dark vision? Hehe. See in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Yes. Awesome. That is exactly what I need. Okay. This might take me a while to get used to.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you.
Oh, so there's more than just me.
Now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
You're just bored, aren't you? Haha, not a dream. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Bone chimes provide small supernatural benefits. Look at them and listening for the song they emit. Default, you can activate 3 bone chimes at once. Fencer. Win sword versus sword contests more frequently. Cool. Knife for explosions reduced slightly. Shot whiskey bottles explode with greater intensity. Sure. I mean, I don't exactly have anything else right now. Excerpt from a series of letters sent by a member of the Bottle Street Gang. Ooh, okay. You want the chinwag on Slack Joe? What he was like when we was young? Before he got his name. Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was the boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slack Joe wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins to avoid the law pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks. No one wants that. Some got pressed into the navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little uns anymore, Slack Joe was the one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin, plus none of us wanted to deal with Slack Joe when he was in a rage. Worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore, now he was up and comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket along the factory women. One fine evening we were all taking a bawdy show in the theatre house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there, in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning, and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day, without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw buys, actually pays coin for it, a heavy metal chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but we reached his girl's house. Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the streets, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the streets, Slackjaw spins and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his broken jaw, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hooks sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and he took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. He just kept going and going, until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it to Mike's face with a nail. Just said, if you want a job, come to Bottle Street. Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb, but apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seems like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market, another slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed in his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offered to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling his guts off his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilising his business, real neat-like, calling in favours, soothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as boss, so everyone got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster's snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. Few people got sick, and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir or spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still, where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everyone in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everyone started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over with the Watch, and the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall buoys, and then arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across the clearing boulevard and cracked down hard. Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive, so far. Crowley, Bottle Street Gang. Okay. Interesting man. Oh, you're giving me more choices. Okay, what have I got? Powers effects slightly improved. Sounds good. White rats can be consumed for mana. Okay. White rats won't attack you. I don't like throwing exploding items. I tend to blow stuff up. What's that? Journal of Granny Rags. God, this whole episode's just me reading. Excerpt from the ramblings of a street denizen. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen, I can see it out into the garden, where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street, where the neighbours are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera more, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor, better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said. He was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand. All my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening in the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home. No. We travelled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even. All the way to the red cliffs of Pandysia, to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. There's marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, and then I learnt to boil them and carve them myself. So they made a good present, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me. Make me another present. And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now, the little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup, and then he was sick. Better bones was all. For my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one with the black eyes. And after my husband was gone, giving away his birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old, and I don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for Granny Rags, and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, such as those rude louts on Bottle Street, Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman just to try and make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night with the stars above and below. Always the one with the black eyes, dearie.
Violators will be taken to the flooded district.
Right. I will keep an eye on you, dear old Granny Rags. Knew I could hear something. Oh good god, I missed that absolute ton. Oh god, I can't. It's too much reading. I'm just, yeah.
Should I clear space for Sam?
Not so fond of games that just try and kind of shove all their exposition into
he can't
books.
sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. He says he was in the Navy
I want to
too
see where the
long.
bone cham
Can
is.
you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock bring these people, I wonder?
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Oh, Corvo? If you've a moment.
Sorry? Yeah, sure.
Corvo. Hello. I'm
Hello.
Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me, but my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison, and I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Well, technically, I'm not really an assassin yet. I haven't actively murdered anybody. I'm just, you know, about to. Where am I going for this? Oh, I see it.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands.
Cool. Powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through environments, blink from possess rats and fish, slow down time. Cool. Okay, what's this then? Oh, I see. Costs 3 runes. Or I could go into vitality. What's that? Build up adrenaline, then trigger brutal melee factors. Health is increased, health regeneration is improved. Good lungs. Breath capacity in water is increased, breaking glass sound is moderately reduced, moderate keyhole peeping magnification. Swim speed. Enemies miss more often. Obsessionation. Go with that. Just for now. Yeah, I see. The swimming's a bit there. Okay. Ah! Up! Up, Corvo! Up!
Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
Good plan. Actually, I forgot he existed. Where's my man? He's up here.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I got some more. Crossbow accuracy. Magnification, bullet capacity, bolt capacity, grenade capacity, bone charm capacity. Let's get a bit more bone charms. Yeah, I quite like upgrades. I'm not a zoom person. Okay, that just lets me put more stuff here. What's that? Breaking glass moderately reduced. Breast capacity. What's Raven? Drop assassination gives you health. I like that because I like that one. Oh, I can have them all, can I? Okay, okay, so I can have 10 of 10. That's alright then. I'll need to work out what the
Ready to go?
The drop
Just give the
damage
signal.
is. Like how high I can go. And fall before I, like, you know, die. Uncommon death. Right, let's see how far I can get here. Distillery District.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. And there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
I don't know, according to the book, I think Granny Rags is the one I've probably got the most in common with. Not sure what that says, really.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. The canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Who are you talking to?
Hey! What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Hold up there.
Well, he ain't moving no more.
Don't need to do that.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Keep them coming.
I have to keep this position. He says to bring a bottle, I bring a bottle. He says to bring food, I bring food. He says to undress, I undress.
Sorry, sweetheart. I just can't risk it.
2, 3, he.
Okay. What's that? Copper wire. Actually, I would really
Attention,
like
Dunwall
planes.
citizens. The following businesses have been closed and impounded by the state due to contamination. Barrow's Barbershop and Surgery, the Duke and Dancer Ale
There's bone
House,
jam up there.
Merritt's Printing Firm, Pennyworth's Tack and Saddle Emporium, and the Smoke Street Dice Hall.
And a room that way.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with
Hi, Lord
regret
Regent.
that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, The overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
Granny's front door. Okay. I'm not so sure if I should keep the heart out or not. I like a back door into there if I can. Maybe I should leave some of these health items. Medicinal herbs. Sleep bats, I've already got enough of them. Dunmore Whiskey Distillery. It's not where I'm going, is it? No. This is kind of open world. And also kind of not. Bullets. They're quite close to something.
Are you sure? Because you know we have to check you over. And there's an inspection fee.
To the void with Bottle Street and to the void with you. Let me out.
His father was one of the first to die of the plague.
Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done. Yeah, and the inspection. Who do we have here? Let's get this guy.
Oh dear. I was kind of hoping I had sleep darts on, but obviously I don't. Sleep dart. That's my own fault, I should have checked. I'll let you out in a sec, man.
Hey! I owe you, brother. I won't ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business.
Oh, sweet.
Well, it was, at one time. But now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Yeah, sure. Hell.
Huh?
Sweet. The heart is like vibrating. There's so many. Oh, that's really close. How do I get up there? See? Cool. I don't need to read about Bone Chance. I already pretty much know everything I want to know about them. Okay. 62 meters, 104. Okay. Lots of exploration here. I quite like games with proper exploration. I know this one's pretty much open world. The more exploration I do, the greater the rewards I'll get.
I can feel a great age ending.
Thanks. Anyway, I didn't need to do that. Ooh. I am the world's best shot. But only when it doesn't really matter.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Please clear the area
There's a bush
when
in
a
the way.
motorized carriage or stilt walker approaches on state business. Be advised that such vehicles will not slow or stop to avoid citizens obstructing the way.
Okay, so what's down here? Nothing.
What? Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, has he seen the sleepy bodies?
I know you're here.
Balls.
Oh, I'll find you. I'll flush you out.
You're not dead, you're just unconscious. Anytime you want to give me any of my arrows back, I would greatly appreciate it.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Following direct contact with an infected or weeping individual, you are required to remain in isolation for 2 continuous days. If signs of infection occur, report for transport to the flooded district.
Corpse, okay. Whoa. Let's not go down there. I don't fancy dying. Let's not quite yet. Oh god. Can I get into these houses? Dr. Giovanni's offices. Sure, why not?
Hey, wake up! Want to hear me? What happened? Whacked in the head? Assassin!
Push. I maybe need to like not rely on my sleep darts so much because I'm now like out. It is my own fault. I get excited. What can I say? Okay. Blood sausage. Sweet. Customs, food, mallet. Yeah, I'm just not going to read any of that. I can't carry any more elixirs. Entry key. Go, little rats. Go. There's food for you that way. 3 lots of it. Medicinal herbs, cool. Anything else for me? Nope. This is going good. Well, about as good as it can go, I suppose. That's a book. Bolt. I just want some bits and pieces, really. Bullets. I just need anything that gives me money. I just need to be careful of the rats. Okay. There's the rats in there.
Wait,
right, I'm on.
Did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere. The doctor...
What the void was that? Too hard!
I'm so violent. I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't really care. You're not high on my care about list. Cool, I got more bullets. For a gun I probably won't ever use. Unless I'm absolutely desperate. Coin! Bread. Wow. A lot of vampires here. The absolute ponce. Ooh, there's a safe. Empty bottle. Pretty much emptied this out, haven't I? Yeah, there's another. There's a door there that I missed. I'll come back down and get that in a sec. Dear Mrs. Benton, when cleaning my study, I ask that you constrain your efforts strictly to the floors. Please, at all costs, refrain from attempting to clean or arrange my bookshelf. In fact, it would be best to keep away from it altogether. Otherwise, I'll have to reconsider the terms of your employment. Regards, Dr. Giovanni. P.S. Since I'll be out of the city for a few days, I've left next week's pay as well. The bank was closed, so I'm afraid it's short by half. You can count on me for the remainder of next week, of course. Okay. Dr. Giovanni clock. Bull rat feeders. Lovely. Giovanni, the latest case should arrive within a week, containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting fossy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city, poor bastards. Sorry, you have to practice in secret. The vivisection is to be celebrated, revered even. Cutting up rats should be done in the town square with crowds of eager students taking notes. Not in some dirty little secret hidden room in a wall of books. Anyway, lucky for you, you have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember it might be a month before I can put it together another shipment. Yours in knowledge, Artemis Moore. P.S. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We've stayed fairly isolated from the plague. Since so few come and go here, we've got quite a stock of Tivian brandy. Okay. Was that secret bookshelf? Wow. Looks so evil, rats. Evil! It's just another way to leave. Yeah, it's just another way out. Giovanni's lucky he's not here. I'm just in a murdering mood at the moment. So obvious if you know how to look. Hee. Okay. That's a switch. Cabinet. Thank you. Anything for a safe? Sewer capacity in the month of nets. No. Doesn't sound too interesting for me. Thank you though.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
God, could you imagine? Sweet. Okay, I think I've cleared out this building. Oh, there's just one more door at the bottom I think I missed.
This is ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Huh. Sweet. Mine. Sleep darts? Yes. Gonna become my new favourite ammo, probably. When I can't be bothered to be sneaky. Which might be a lot. This is me. I thought I cleared this place out. Obviously not. I don't particularly need to leave there, do I? There's a way out this way. See you later. Whew. Well, that was fun. Where am I going? I didn't mean to do that. God, I'm actually terrible. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Just get the sleep jar.
Well, is it on? What's it look like? Blow off, Hayburn. Go on. Toss the damn rat already.
Never gets old.
Sweet. So I need to turn it off somehow.
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the overseers? Some black magic nonsense. Blow off.
I slipped you right there. I'm so dumb. I was on the right side.
Things doesn't last long enough. Hey, what's going on there?
Oh dear.
Damn! Had enough of your joke. Keep your eyes. Someone help me! Dump you in the river.
I'm not getting better at this. I'm getting worse. Boo. Again, I keep forgetting to check whether my sleep dart is actually, you know, enabled or not. Most of the times, it's not. What's up with that? Other than a guy I could, like, seriously stand to murder. Can I will have one successful assassination. You're the lucky one.
Won't stay hidden for long.
See how kind I am? I could have killed you.
Forever. I'll flush you out.
Didn't even see him. Heard him.
I'll find you, you hagfish. Keep running.
I don't have to keep running. You keep walking, and I will murder you. And just drop you in the street. That's how little regard I have for you. Enjoy it. Whoa.
The oil must be gone. Huh? Damn.
You should have just let me strangle you. Oh, Corporal Meadows. We found this strange rune on a woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since this thing looks superstitious, we set it aside for the overseers. After your shift is over, take it to them for disposal or whatever they do with them. Don't forget. Thank you! I needed 2 rooms, didn't I? For something that I wanted. That's 3 rooms. That's 3. Adrenaline trigger brutal melee, but adrenaline faster trigger brutal melee. Jump height is increased. Unaware enemies who don't see you turn to ash as they die. Yes, that's amazing. That just sounds fun. I like that. Less to be discovered. I am the sneaky master. I was so overtime on this. It seems like 90% of this episode was like reading. It's time to be an extra couple minutes. Woohoo! Oh, I can save whenever I want. That's great. Oh, I am overtime. Yes. This was pretty much the episode of pointless exposition, but at least we've gotten it out of the way. I probably won't read any more of the books or anything now I know that they're not essential to the storyline, so that was about the best you're gonna get in terms of non-linear story. Or extras. I'm going to try and do the extra missions as and when I can, and I'll keep an eye out for the bone charms and runes and stuff here and there, but I'm not going to go all like collection on this just because I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying playing it how I am. I'm not going to be like any more sneaky than I already have been, which is not a lot, to be honest. But yeah, this is just my play style, so it's what it is. I hope you guys are enjoying it anyway. Anyway, as always, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.